Woohoo! So this finishes up page 1 and gets you into page 2. Woohoo! So, this is laws of exponents. I was just sort of trying to trick you here. This would be 42x squared. Aha! Now, do you remember how to distribute? Do you remember how to FOIL? All I want you to do is these 3. So freeze the video, do these 3, and then turn me back on. Okay, so to distribute x, you'd have x squared plus 6x. Distribute 6x to the 10th, you'd have 24x to the 13th plus 36x to 12th, because when you multiply two things same base, you add, plus 30x to the 11th. And here you FOIL, it'd be x squared. 6x and 4x is 10x, plus 6 times 4 is 24. Okay, try these 3 and then turn me back on. Okay, so it'd be 6x squared minus 21x plus 10x, be minus 11x minus 35. Here you got a square, so write it twice to make it nice. Number 1 mistake in algebra. So it'd be 2x and 2x is 4x squared. 10x and 10x is 20x. And 5 and 5 is 25. So here we got a binomial times a trinomial. So distribute the x, it'd be x cubed plus 4x squared plus 3x. Here distribute the 3, be 3x squared plus 12x plus 9. So x cubed plus 7x squared plus 15x plus 9. Hey, how we doing, my kids? I hope good. Now we got some solving to do. Some solving. So, whenever you have a squared term equals a number, you solve it by square rooting. So it'd be x equals plus or minus 7i. Here you square both sides, x equals 9. And then you can check your answer, but it is right. Now, here I'm going to go down to here. You got a square root equals, so I'm going to square both sides. So you'd have 2x squared minus 81 equals x squared. So I'm going to get all the x squares on one side. So I'm going to subtract x squared, 81, add 81. So x equals plus or minus 9, but a square root can never equal a negative number, so the negative goes bye-bye. So x equals 9. So I want you to try these 3 problems for me, please, and then turn me back on. Okay, so we want to get the square root by itself, so we're going to subtract 10. Divide by 2. Then we're going to square both sides. X equals 25. Now this one most people get wrong. You have sum equal to 0. It's a product, so set each one equal to 0. I don't know why it's so hard. People have such a hard time with this, they can't do it. So we'd add 1, divide by 6. Okay, this one, you can do it by factoring or the square rule. So x plus 6, x minus 6, because it's the difference of squares, don't you know? So then you have x equal negative 6, x equals 6. If you want, you could go x equals plus or minus 6. Now we have a little bit harder factorings. So see if you can figure those three out. Oh, tricky, tricky. Then turn me back on. Okay, so this one, you have a number in the front. So it'd be 3, 1. 5 is 5, 1. Oh, it's 15 plus 1. So it's 3x, 1x. So with the 5, with the 1, plus, so 3x plus 1 equals 0. So 3x equals negative 1. X equals negative 1/3. X plus 5 equals 0. X equals negative 5. Here, we're going to subtract 2x to get it equal to 0. Now, it goes highest power to lowest, so 2x has to go in the middle. So it'll be x squared minus 2x minus 15. And I just realized what the problem is. This would be better, I think, if it's in black, so it's darker. So how about x minus 5? X plus 3. So x minus 5 equals 0, so x equals 5. X plus 3 equals 0, so x equals negative 3. Now this means there has to be 3 answers. The highest power is 3. First step of factoring, factor out the GCF. Now we're going to factor this up. X plus 4, x plus 3. So x equals 0. X equals negative 4. X equals negative 3 because x plus 3 equals 0. Subtract 3, x equals negative 3. Hey kids, we're moving right down the road.